Hey everyone, Winslow here. Let's get started on a new day. During the nighttime hours, I did rearrange the raft a little bit. And my goal for the day is to scout out around the waterways. I want to find some cementing paste. I'm going to need that for some building. And I would prefer to not have to craft it yet. So I really want to find some beaver dams that I can take it from. The problem with beavers on this map is they're not plentiful. And their dams are only in, I think, 6 or 7 different locations around the redwood. So I'm going to go check them out, see if I can find anything. Now there's a moss chops sitting near my beach that is asking for some cooked prime. So I'm going to go ahead and get that out of the way first, courtesy of this snake. Titanoboas are always a good source of some early prime meat and hides, and they're relatively easy to deal with. Put it in the fire and I will come back to it later. And now they say that the rarest creature in Ark is the one that you're looking for. And when out looking for a specific creature, it's important to understand that you'll find something that you might not have known that you needed. Like a red ovis. Just standing there. Being on a pteranodon, I don't have a way to pick it up. And I have no capacity currently to tame it. And even if I could tame it, I wouldn't be able to bring it home. Because I don't have cryopods. So we're just going to kill it. And get all this sweet mutton. And it's good that we did. Because there's terror birds. I went around most of the waterways around the redwoods and didn't see a single beaver. I did, though, see quite a number of sarcos and baryonyx. 3 rexes, which is a good sign. A lot of horses, and it was actually a good variety of creatures that I saw. But for now, I'm going to take this mutton and just put it in a preserving bin so that I can use it for some carnivore tames, because getting the mutton now is going to kind of change my focus for at least the immediate future. Because even though a preserving bin will extend the spoil timer, I can't expect that this mutton will last for more than a couple of days, even with an increased stack size. So we're going to be on the lookout for some high-level carnivores that we can take care of. Even a low-level moss chops can be most excellent, because as they level, you can increase their specialized harvesting rates. And I'm going to need one for some polymer, and we're going to figure that out soon enough. But say hello to Eager to Please, the moss chops. Now that I have a time limit with mutton on getting some carnivore tames, I'm going to go ahead and work on my binoculars, which this is from the mod that I installed, the binocular mod, and I need crystal and metal, notably, to be able to make it. So I'm not going to get a whole lot, just enough for the bird to carry. and get that cooking. And you know, a lot of other maps that have come out since the island, they really put resources kind of evenly spread out all over. But on the island, your metal is still on mountains. And the closest one is in the redwoods. So we fly up high for safety. And there should be more than enough metal to at least get my tools sorted. But for now, I really need trank arrows. So for that, I'm going to need narcotics. A lot of narcotics and spoiled meat. So I took the moss chops out, got him some levels, and spent a bit of time just chomping bushes on the beach. And I'd found another moss chops who was a higher level that only wanted a rare flower, which I had one of. So I tamed him. And after 3,500 hours in Ark, I finally learned that you can attach a torch to a saddle. Yeah. 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 I really needed to get to work on getting some polymer, and the closest polymer is going to be from the Hesperornis that are in and around the starter beach. And I took the moss chops out, but I have to be careful at night when I'm chomping on things on the beach because right now the event is the turkey trial, and the last thing that I want to do is to accidentally attack a murder turkey because that would really ruin my day. But I did find this Hesperornis, and I'd forgotten to put levels into Steve before harvesting, which is unfortunate. There was a baryonyx a bit up the way on the beach that I had thought I was keeping a better track of. But unfortunately, after I'd gotten to Hesperornis, I dipped my toe a bit too far in the water and got stunned. Poor Steve. Steve has a lot of health, but this baryonyx is not messing around. My first real big mistake or misstep. A couple of poorly timed jumps and not paying attention to a predator on the beach. Poor Steve. So brave, coming to me. I always feel bad when I lose tames unintentionally. And I guess the bigger insult is that this baryonyx is only level 20. But I respawned nearby, grabbed my bird, and went out for revenge. I wasn't even paying attention to the fact that I didn't have my gear, and I didn't know what was going on with my Fjord Hawk. I really just wanted to kill this Baryonyx, because unfortunately, by killing and eating me, he healed himself to full. So, we're going to go ahead and take him down. It was then that I realized I didn't know where my Fjordhawk was, and when you die with a Fjordhawk on your shoulder, it takes all of your loot. And my body was there, and I hadn't checked it, but I knew it would be empty, so I needed to find my hawk, because he would have all of my equipment. The Baryonyx can wait. Even though my gear is not that great and I'm just starting out, I don't want the setback of losing it all. But thankfully, he was just right here on the beach. Right next to a turkey. Just hanging out. So I picked him up and got my stuff. It is kind of nice for them to, like, pull your gear away from danger. And if I'd stayed a moment longer at my bed, he would have brought it to me. But now we can continue killing. And poor Steve. Just a little backpack. But at least I was going to be able to recover the polymer. That was the whole point of bringing him out here. Because I need it. I need that polymer. I figured I would make some cryopods with Steve's sacrifice. And then I put up a monument to say I'm sorry. He lived for 30 minutes. I then spent the remainder of the day farming wood and upgrading and building my raft so that I could safely travel out on the water. Well, relatively safe. Kind of safe. Safe adjacent. Going to be big enough for the storage that I need. It's got the stations that I need, and it will get me from point A to point B, and I will be able to put some larger tames on the roof. With the raft done, I'm going to go ahead and wrap everything up here. I'm going to park by the beach. And I'm going to be spending the next couple of days just scouting out, looking for any useful specific tames that I can use in the future. Megatheriums, Carnotaurs, Allosaurus. I might get an RG. Any of the harvesting tames. A Dodecker and Anki would be great. But for now, thanks for watching. Thanks for staying along this far. And we'll see you next time. Be well.